We have some bad news out today if you are trying to sell your home.
The National Realtors Association says existing home sales for July are down nearly 30% from June.
But does this trend carry over to West Michigan? 24-hour News 8's Danny Carlson is in studio with us now. She went out looking for answers tonight. Danny?
Susie, Brian, basically what we found out, there's some good news and some bad news. That trend is carrying over to West Michigan, but local realtors tell us it's not as bad here as it is nationwide.
Mark Andrews is hoping the right buyer comes along for his family's Grand Rapids Township home.
I'm hoping to find a family with a 10-year-old girl who can't live without my treehouse.
The plan is to buy a fixer-upper with more land.
Without the market being the way it is, I don't think we would be able to afford that.
But while he's hoping for a deal as a buyer, he knows as a seller, the market cuts both ways.
That's kind of understood in this market, and we priced it that way so that we have a little room to come down. I just assume people are going to offer me less than the listing.
According to the Grand Rapids Association of Realtors, the good news is total existing home sales are only about 0.5% lower this year than they were at the same time last year. But if you break it down month to month, the numbers change dramatically. Sales are about 34% lower this July than last year. But realtors say this year especially, it's important to look at the big picture.
We saw a goodly number of sales in that January through April time that we believe perhaps, let's call it, robbed May through August of some of its sales to take advantage of the tax credit.
Local realtors say they'll have a better idea how the local market is actually doing the further we get from the homebuyer credit, but they tell us trends they see look pretty promising.
We're not quite ready yet for sellers to think that the market has absolutely returned to be that seller's market. We need inventory to come down a little bit more yet. And prices to rise just a little bit yet, and before we get back to what we consider an even market or a seller's market.
Andrew says he's going to stick it out until spring, hoping the right buyer comes along, but if not...
Yeah, it is what it is.
One of those promising trends local realtors brought up to us is that home prices, what they're actually selling for here in Grand Rapids, have consistently gone up a little bit over the past 8 months. So the association says at this point we just need to wait and see.